We are Keka and Manu.
When we're traveling around the world. Follow us. In the south of La Palma, in the municipality of Fuencaliente, you'll find one of the island's most unique landscapes, the natural pools of Echentive Beach. These pools were formed between volcanic rock and the sea after the eruptions of the San Antonio and Teneguía volcanoes. When the tide goes out, water gets trapped in these cavities, creating turquoise blue mirrors that look unreal. A perfect spot to enjoy the contrast between the black lava and the purest Atlantic. Very close by is the historic Fuente Santa, a thermal spring famous for its healing properties. It was buried by lava in 1677 and was rediscovered in 2005 after centuries of searching. Today it is preserved and protected in an underground gallery, a symbol of volcanic power and the living history of Fuencaliente, though it carries a certain sadness. Not far from here, we arrive at the area known as El Aljibe. Here there is no vegetation or sand, only volcanic rock formations that show how the lava cooled and fractured over time. The basalt walls and blocks have irregular, almost geometric shapes and reveal the different layers that were also formed during the eruptions of the San Antonio and Teneguía volcanoes. It is a silent, harsh, yet impressive place, a clear example of how much of the south of La Palma was created. Well, as you can see in the distance, we have the Fuencaliente lighthouse. We found this spot here where we've parked. We'll spend the night here today. And just below us, there's a little beach where we're going to take a swim now. There are 5-star hotels that don't have this view, not even close. Look at this amazing view with the lighthouse in the background. The little fishing boats here and the outdoor shower right here.
Plus, we're in Fuencaliente, which is the southern tip of the island, and right where we are in the lighthouse area, we have east and west on either side. We're right in the middle, so from here we can see either a beautiful sunset or a wonderful sunrise.
Word of a palm tree local. The sun rises in this breathtakingly spectacular spot, and Rebecquita is going to treat us to a truly great breakfast, just as she does every single day. Rebecca is always in charge of breakfast. She lovingly makes us delicious little omelets with perfectly toasted bread, a warm cup of coffee, and comforting colacao.
Every day in a different part of paradise. Have you seen the views today? What a private little beach we have. Last night, the sky was full of stars. Spectacular.
That's right. Down here we have our private little beach. You can see it right here. And now we're going to head down for a swim. It's a shame that the sun is right in front of us and you probably can't see the lighthouse very well. It won't show up clearly. But in the background we have both lighthouses, the old one and the new one. And the little pier where people go swimming by the lighthouse. The sun is already reaching the little beach, so this looks like a morning swim. Let's have breakfast because the boss has already made it. Look at this amazing black sand beach all to ourselves.
What you can't imagine is the surprise this little beach, known as Malpique, is hiding. At the bottom of the sea lie the remains of the underwater cemetery of the martyrs of Tazacorte, over 40 Portuguese clergymen who were killed by pirates in the 16th century. Their crosses. White placed on the sand just a few meters underwater, they have become a place of remembrance and one of the most iconic diving spots in La Palma.
This little beach is amazing. Even though I'm from here, after all these years living here, We had never seen this beach, and yesterday we stumbled upon it by chance and said, wow, that's where we'll wake up tomorrow, just like that. Let's go, Becky. On the count of 3. It
Stops your
digestion. That's what your parents used to tell you when you were little, that it would stop your digestion. Don't jump into the pool. But the water is amazing. It's super cool, super fresh. So let's enjoy this swimmer after training. So it's going to do us the fucking world of good. And the traveling flip-flop up there. Always keeping watch, but making sure everything is okay.
We continue our journey, this time from the southern tip, all the way to the north of the island. The island is just over 40 kilometers from end to end, but crossing it takes time. Its roads are narrow and very winding, and you pass through hills, ravines, and volcanic landscapes. That change every kilometer. Traveling through La Palma is almost an adventure. In just an hour, you can go from the heat of the south in Fuencaliente to the humid forests of northern Garafia.
On the way to Juan Adalid, I've paved the road up to here, up to where we've parked the van. From here on, it's all dirt. All the way down to the sea, which is where we're headed. It's about 1 kilometer and 700 meters on foot.
We've decided not to go down because, as you can see, the road is dirt. And even though precisely Mando prevents it from slipping, and even though we have all-terrain tires, we're carrying a lot of weight, we don't know the condition of the road all the way to the end, so we've decided not to take any risks. This is how we're going. We've got some food, some water, Lunita there, which is more comfortable than the harness we used the other day. And just to remind you, we're now on the northwest coast of the island, in the municipality of Garafia, which covers almost the entire north, not all, but almost all of the island, one of the largest municipalities. Very agricultural and almost uninhabited. We just spoke with a local resident, and he told us that these little houses you see here, his house is... It's behind that mountain, so you can't see it, and as of today, it's the only inhabited house, along with the one we're seeing right now in the footage. He told me, a man in his 70s, that now only those 2 houses are inhabited, and he lives alone in one of them. A little further on, actually a little further on, his nephew lives. And in this house here, there's also a lady living. Everyone except for the nephew is just about ready to leave the area. They're all elderly people. And, well, he told me that in the past, of course, this area was much more populated, but people have left. He also mentioned that salt used to be harvested on this coast of Garafia. We're going to see some natural pools, which is the reason we came down to the coast of Juan Adalid, this rugged northern coast of the island. And before the Fuencaliente salt flats existed, which are currently the most well-known on the island already, salt was harvested, extracted from the coasts of Garafia, although only for personal use. For salting cheese, the animals they slaughtered for food, and so on. So that's it, off we go to keep filming little things in unique and different places on the island of La Palma. All those things you won't see anywhere else.
They're going to fall on you from there.
Wow. We have no idea how you can get to those pools you see way over there because we don't see any path. But there are 2 pools on 2 levels, quite a bit above sea level. And also the upper one fills the lower one with a kind of waterfall that I think you can see in the footage. It's absolutely crazy, right? Beautiful.
When we were coming down here on this curve, if you go down this ravine where there's a trail, it takes you to this other path right here. You go up here along this path and you're already up on the mountain, and walking along the top of the mountain, eventually you reach the pool and there must be some way to get down, for sure. Because the man up there, we think the pool he was telling us about was that one, where the mountain ends in a peak. Look at this spectacle. Wow. 1, then 2, and finally 3. Look how beautiful it is, and from below.
Manolo, the gusts of wind are really strong. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a snack while we take in this spectacular landscape. We can't go down to the pools because it's way too windy and it's too risky to go down. There's no need to put ourselves in danger. But we've shown you what Juan Adalid is and what an amazing place it is.
What we can do is show you the photos from when we came here a few years ago, so you can see how wonderful it is. And if the weather allows, which today definitely, it would be suicide. But if you can come and enjoy it, always make sure the weather is good, because this area is very windy. You should check before coming.
Well, with that, that is everything important out there in the wider world, as seen with Adalid's perspective. Let's keep going.
And we continue along the Mimbreras Road in the north of La Palma, one of the most beautiful and least known routes on the entire island. This scenic road passes through lush Laurisilva forests and connects small rural areas in the municipality of Barlovento. With its curves, viewpoints, and views of the Barranco de las Angustias offer a unique experience for lovers of nature, photography, and rural tourism. Driving along the Mimbreras Road means discovering the greenest and most authentic side of La Palma, a hidden gem that combines scenery, tranquility, and adventure. We are in the north of the island, specifically in Barlovento, at the La Fajana pools. We spent the night in this parking lot, Punta del Corcho, La Carvalla, which is brand new, very well equipped, and can accommodate several camper vans, motorhomes, and also regular cars. The good thing about this place is that you can empty and fill up with clean water, in addition to parking right next to the sea. The La Fajana Natural Pool Complex consists of 3 pools. All of them receive water directly from the Atlantic Ocean. Although the north area is precisely the most affected by the trade winds and waves, being able to swim in natural pools is a real pleasure. Of course, on days with strong waves, they are obviously closed. The areas have been recently renovated, and besides having a parking lot, they also have a picnic area right next to the pools. You can also find different restaurants and have lunch or dinner right by the sea. I have to say that it had been several years since I last came to this area. And besides the fact that the renovation turned out really beautiful, I personally wanted to thank the effort that is being made by the city council to keep this place so beautiful. You have to keep in mind that very close by in San Andres Isoces, in the very well-known pools as well. Of Charco Azul, however, this area of Barlovento is much less known and therefore less crowded.
Look closely, you see, in this particular one, the seawater comes in directly. So if you were to stand right next to the sturdy wall, the powerful waves would come rushing in, but these other areas are a bit more distinctly separated and much calmer for swimming with kids and so on. Besides, they're not very deep. There are also several paths down where you can access the ocean, but make sure the sea is calm, unlike today. Another common thing with the water that comes in from the ocean is that you can be swimming and be surrounded by fish.
You know, if you want that feeling of swimming right in the Atlantic Ocean but still do it safely and without crowds, La Fajana in Barlovento in the north of La Palma.
And always keep an eye on the waves coming in from the sea, because if you're not careful, one could hit you and push you right in.
Pretty cool, huh? A completely volcanic cave where you can take shelter on really hot sunny days. Right here in the shade. But remember, no eating, smoking, or bringing animals allowed. We have to respect how clean everything is kept. I like the rule about animals a bit less because Lunita can't come, but those are the rules. I didn't mean the cleanliness was because of the animals. Even though the weather wasn't great and we couldn't go for a swim, it's true that we were able to do something else. We spent the night last night in this parking lot for cars and caravans, where you can not only empty but also refill. Plus, there's also a picnic area and parking, so you can have lunch or dinner right next to the sea. Super nice, very well maintained, and everything is very clean. Hats off. We are in the municipality of Punta Llana, and even though we've left behind some beautiful places to visit like Cubo de la Galga, the natural pools of Charco Azul, or even here in Punta Llana itself, Nogales Beach, which for us is the most beautiful on the island, we've come to this super unknown spot to show you a place that we're sure you're going to love. There's a path that goes right down to the place we're heading to. But with the traveling flip-flop, we didn't want to take any chances. So we parked about 600 meters away and are enjoying this wonderful coastline and the waves as we walk. And we've arrived at the spot we wanted to show you, this little corner of Punta Llana, right by the sea, known as Punta Palma. Today we won't be able to swim, but on previous occasions we've taken a dip in that little cave. And I can assure you that when the sea is calm, it's truly a delight. As you can see, there's an area here where you can have a small barbecue. And here is the little corner we wanted to show you. This little pool. What does it do? Is it a delight? For anyone who loves natural pools and quiet places. Well, today we're really not having any luck at all today. Not only is the tide strong, but it's also low in this area. Normally, all of this is usually filled with water at high tide, and even small pools form around here. But today the sea is a bit rough, even inside the pool. Well, Manolo is going to swim anyway. I'm a scaredy cat and... Here's a fun fact. Puerto Paja was one of the first shipping points for agricultural products from the north of the island, and you can still see the remains of the old cobblestone path that locals used to take their mules down to the sea. La Palma offers much more than you can imagine, but today we wanted to show you its most authentic and hidden corners, where the true essence of La Palma remains untouched. Thank you.